Hey everybody, just wanted to make a quick little video on one of my absolute favorite video game series, the Monster Hunter series. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, you may have noticed these beautiful hand-painted pictures of monsters on the back wall there, created by my awesome sister-in-law. So I just wanted to make a quick little video to show my appreciation on a few tips that you may already know about Monster Hunter World. First up, the tip I wanted to show off is something called the target camera. And so when you first start the game, you get something called the focus camera, and that was definitely something different than what was on the previous Monster Hunters, primarily on the 3DS versions of the game. And here on the option screen, I can show you by here, go here, then here, and you'll notice there is a target camera instead of the focus camera. And while this is all personal preference, I tend to enjoy using the target camera, primarily because it lets me snap the camera back to where the monster is. So if the monster charges and it runs across or flies up and you don't know if it's going to dive bomb back on top of you, you can use this to kind of reorient the camera and let you know, oh, gotta dodge, you gotta run, or it's safe to go ahead and attack. And primarily I wanted to show off because when I do the mounting action against the monster and using the target camera rather than the right stick to spin the camera around and trying to know if he's trying to move around or dodge or things like that, or trying to shake you off of him, it's cool to use that target camera to kind of reorient. So it always puts you above kind of like their left shoulder, and so it kind of gives you a bit of bearings, especially if you've successfully mounted the monster and you've knocked them down. I like to use the target camera to spin it back and let me know, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be now, or aim for this part of the monster. So the next tip I wanted to show is related to the Radial menu. So a lot of the traditional players from Monster Hunter games never had this on previous games. And so they had probably tried it, went back, or loved it and stuck with it. I'm more on the loved it and stuck with it kind of camp, but I also wanted to show this kind of slight tweak in the options that I ended up sticking with. And so you can see here in the options where you can change it. Instead of using the L1, hold L1 to the D-pad, you can actually map it to hold L1 and press any of the face buttons to actually switch it from the 4 separate sections of the Radial menu. And although it does require a little bit of kind of a finger gymnastics to wrap your head around it, I actually like using the ability to hold L1, press the triangle or the X, Y button, whichever system you're using, and being able to use the right stick to pick exactly what I wanted, rather than having to hold the L1, press the D-pad, and then use the right stick. A small tweak, but I found out that I really enjoyed using this small little change. So that was it. I just wanted to make a quick video to show my appreciation and a little bit of the tips that I found out that I use personally. Any one of those 3 tips are definitely personal preference. I still recommend giving it a try. Maybe it could alleviate some of the camera frustrations, or hey, why won't this monster stop chasing me down every 5 seconds type of frustration. And definitely there are a whole lot of other videos that offer very good tips. I just wanted to go over the ones that I use personally that I haven't really seen. Probably will show up more recently, but I just kind of want to create a little video for myself. Please leave anything that you have found or known in the comments, and I'll be sure to read them and definitely make use of those same tips myself. Anyway, just wanted to say thanks again for watching this little Monster Hunter World video of mine, and I'll see you next time.